We're going to create some perpendicular lines on this line here. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to the point repetition. Using point repetition found in the Wireframe tab. Again, you might have to use the down arrow to find this. Where it says point, we're going to use point repetition. Oops, I accidentally turned that off. The curve will be this line. Is a line a curve? Yes. It has infinite radius. So basically, lines and curves are all curves. So we can select that line as a curve. And let's try 5 as an instance and hit preview. Okay, I'm not going to be able to see them. Select over here. And I'm going to have to commit and say okay. Open up my repetition in the specification tree. It could probably barely make them out. Ironically, as I zoom in, it won't really help. You can kind of see them highlighting in blue as I pick these, maybe. But there are 5 points equally spaced along this. Had I used with ends, it would be spaced out further apart, and this one point and this point over here would be considered part of the 5, and I would only have 3 points in between. In this case, I didn't use with ends, so I just have 5 points in between here. So I got a total of 5 points, all equally spaced, dividing this into 6 equal spaces. Now go back to line, and we're going to do normal to curve. And I'm going to pick, it says pick a curve, so I picked this curve. I'm going to start with this point over here, and I just find it easier just to grab that thing right off the tree. So there's point 23, and oh geez, it switched to tangent. I want to be in normal to curve. All right, and I'm going to do perpendicular. Did I get that point? Yeah, that should be it. Line number 3, and we are point 23, which should be this one over here, which it looks like it's pointing to. At half a degree, I don't see it. I'm gonna. Oh, it's looking for a support. Sorry, I got to click on this to activate a support. And what I'll do is I'll just use one of these planes here. Or, you remember that plane I created here? Even though it's in height, even though it's related to the circle, I could choose that plane. And you can see that that line's going perpendicular, straight up and down. But I'm going to hit this feature here. It says mirror element. So if I click on that, I get that line going in both directions from that center point. So more often than not, I'll know the center of something and I want it to go equal distance on both sides. So that's when you use this mirror command. Select OK. And that's how you create a line perpendicular to that other line and have it go equal distance on either side. Can you duplicate that same thing on your own? You can pause the video and try it. I'll just keep going though, in case you didn't catch it. I'll double click the line this time. Select this curve. Select the next plane or point, which is point 24. The support, I could grab another plane that's visible instead of grabbing the one that's not visible, or I could make one on the fly using common tools. Select OK. Because I double clicked it, it stays on, so I can select that line. I can try and grab that point and pray and not happening, so I'll just grab point 25 here. Select this plane again, It defaults to remember 0.5 and mirror is already active. Select OK. Select this line. Select this 0.26 and select that same plane up here as my reference. Select OK. And we're going to do it one last time. Select this line. Select the last point, number 27. Select this same plane to keep it on. Select OK. And cancel because I'm done with those. All right. Well, hopefully you had a little fun here learning about points, lines, and curves, and got to see some of its applications and purpose of why you might want to use it. Just for kicks, I'm going to go into View and change this to my front view. And I can right-click on this and hit Hide. Right-click on this and hit Hide. Right-click on this one. That's your plane, and hide it. We'll hide this one here. All right. That's going to conclude this exercise on lines perpendicular, which is the same as normal lines to a curve. All right, have a good one, and we'll come back and let's demo trimming up these circles here.